Crocodilians, which include crocodiles, alligators, and caimans, are powerful and dangerous predators. And when they go on a hunt, things usually get bloody quickly. If you want to see how these beasts rule the waters, keep watching, because we're getting started. 15. Crocodile hunts wildebeest. In this video, a large herd of zebras tries to cross the infamous Mara River in Kenya, and among them is a feeble and tiny wildebeest calf. Don't ask me how it got there on its own among zebras, but the crocodiles don't care, and one in particular grabs the calf in its mouth and carries it into the slaughterhouse, where all the butchers are waiting to chop the small animal into pieces. When wildebeest go to waterholes to drink, they must be constantly wary of crocodiles. These massive reptiles can emerge from the water at any time and attack, as seen in this video. As the herd flees, one wildebeest is dragged into the water, and the herd comes to a halt to watch their comrades suffer. Because the wildebeest are confused and thirsty, they must choose between drinking and potentially dying, or not drinking and potentially dying from dehydration. They return to the waterhole despite the presence of a crocodile armada, and a few more wildebeest are captured. This time, the herd bolts for good. The wildebeest migration is one of nature's most spectacular events, possibly the greatest spectacle on the planet. The world-famous Mara River crossings are the result of an annual migration of 2.5 million animals across Kenya and Tanzania's plains. To enjoy the fresh green grass on the other side of Kenya's Mara River, all the animals must now cross the river. This is where the action takes place. This is the annual all-you-can-eat buffet for the crocodiles. Because the wildebeest continue to arrive, all the crocodiles must do is wait and eat. This crocodile is making the most of the fact that this wildebeest is caught between a rock and a hard place. Because the wildebeest is small, the crocodile takes it in its mouth and lifts it into the air before dragging it through the water to eat. A wildebeest is crushed and torn apart by a huge crocodile in this video, as the humongous reptile can be seen swinging the wildebeest's body in the air, so it breaks into smaller bits and pieces and is easier to eat. During the migration from the Masai Mara into the Serengeti, wildebeest must cross the Mara River and face a gauntlet of predators, including giant Nile crocodiles. All the crocodiles must do in this video is snag one of the wildebeest as they cross the river. In the end, it's a numbers game, and if it's not your time, you'll be lucky to live another day. But a crocodile separates one wildebeest from the rest and begins the annihilation process. 14. Crocodile hunting monkey. A gray langer's arm is caught on the teeth of a mugger crocodile while it was drinking water. The fight lasted for an hour as the monkey fought for his life. The monkey was eventually able to free its arm from the teeth of its assailants. The monkey broke its arm during the fight, which can be fatal in the wild. This is nature at its most pristine. The crocodile in this video uses the same technique as chimps use when it bangs a monkey against the riverbank. I'm not sure he needed to do this to kill the monkey, since being stuck in the croc's mouth was enough to kill the primate. An audacious crocodile walks up to a monkey on land and manages to snatch the animal before returning to the water to finish it off. I'm surprised the monkey wasn't quick enough to escape. I mean, crocodiles are great swimmers, but they're extremely slow on land. In the jaws of a crocodile, a baboon fights for its life. The baboon's strength is astounding, especially given the crocodile's massive jaw pressure. The poor baboon manages to escape, but with a broken arm. It will be difficult to get by with this type of injury for the baboon. While a crocodile demolishes a baboon to eventually swallow it whole, the entire troop watches, traumatized by what they're seeing. But they're all happy it's not happening to them. This video demonstrates that a group of baboons can destroy a smaller crocodile. Not all the baboons are brave enough to leap over the crocodile, but a few are braver than others, and once they do, the rest join in on the frenzy. When a wildlife enthusiast arrived on site, he saw many baboons in the dry riverbank of the Tsavo River. He saw that there was a baboon in a puddle of water and thought the baboon was taking a bath. So he decided to record this unique sighting. Hence, he began recording, and after a few seconds, quickly realized how strange it was for the baboons to be extremely stressed just because their buddy was bathing. They began to scream like crazy when he tried to get out of the water because a crocodile was holding onto him. When he decided to move to try to escape, the croc kept pulling him back into the water to try and drown him. The baboon was lucky that the water level was low, so he could at least breathe and avoid being drowned. But in the predicament that he was in, I'm not sure which was worse, being drowned or being eaten by the reptile. Hundreds of baboons were cheering the friend on, but it would have been nice to see them help him instead. After several tries, the brave baboon finally managed to escape and rejoin the troop. His face had some visible scratches and contusions, but nothing a good plastic surgeon couldn't fix. 13. Crocodile hunting impala. The crocodile in this video tried to ambush an impala at 2 occasions and failed both times. But the third time was a charm for the reptile when he managed to grab the impala for a quick lunch. Watch the power and speed of an adult crocodile violently flip an impala into the air at a Kruger watering hole. The impala had been caught minutes earlier while drinking at the water's edge and appeared to have been drowned by the big reptile. An impala mom sacrifices herself to save her young in this video. But what amazes me more is the speed at which the crocodile comes rushing in to grab the impala. It almost looks like he's on a speedboat. It looks like a baby impala wandered off into a danger zone without supervision. Not that it would have changed the outcome, but a hungry crocodile took advantage of the situation and crushed the small animal. Impalas, like wildebeest, must drink on occasion and face the same dangers. They must be extra cautious because they are much smaller and weaker than wildebeest. They do, however, have one advantage over wildebeest, and that is speed. In this video, the crocodile leaps out of the water quickly, but the impala isn't fast enough to react and is dragged into the hole by the big reptile. Crocodiles are eating machines, and you can see what I mean in this video when a massive crocodile exits the water to crush a feeble impala. 12. Crocodile or alligator hunting warthog. When a mother warthog approaches a waterhole to drink with her piglets, she is snatched by a hungry crocodile right in front of her offspring. Traumatized and terrified, the small piglets will have to survive without their mother, but orphans don't survive long in the bush. In this video, an alligator approaches these wild pigs in the wetlands near New Orleans. The pigs appear to have no idea they are about to be attacked by a monstrous sea monster. In a matter of seconds, the alligator swoops down and snares one of the pigs. Even if one of his friends tries to assist him, it is too late. The victim squeals as if it were his last day on Earth, which it is. The alligator devours the pig. 2 warthogs can be seen standing at the edge of the Hippo Pools Dam, where a trap camera has been set up. And if you close your eyes for a few seconds, you will see that only one warthog remains, because the other one is snatched by a quick and mighty crocodile. Crocodiles will attack anything, including warthogs. The reptiles are usually good at snatching animals as they come to drink, but this warthog had a few dance moves of his own that allows him to escape and live to see another day. Even if warthogs, wild boars, and wild pigs are tough opponents for certain animals in the bush, they sure don't seem to cause crocodiles any problems, as you can see in this video, as a small wild pig is snatched and crushed by a raging reptile. This waterhole looks artificial, and it's loaded with crocodiles, so I'm thinking it's some sort of animal park, and this pig is being fed to the crocs. Imagine being held in a cage until you are served as food to a bunch of famished crocodiles. What kind of a life is that? This crocodile drags this wild boar into muddy waters where it will eat it. These animals have no chance against such powerful crocodilians. 11. Crocodile hunting gazelle. When one of the gazelles is captured, it sacrifices itself for the sake of the others, allowing them to cross the river as their friend is crushed and torn apart in seconds by the hungry reptile. When one of the gazelles is captured, it sacrifices itself for the sake of the others, allowing them to cross the river as their friend is crushed and torn apart in seconds by the hungry crocodile. An unlucky gazelle is snatched at a waterhole when a crocodile zooms out of the water to grab it. There were many other gazelles drinking at this waterhole, but the others got away. Crossing rivers for gazelles must be terrifying. Every time they walk into the water, they don't know what kind of monster is going to attack them. You can see various attacks in this video, and most of them are terrifying and almost always end with death for the gazelles. The gazelle in this video is extremely lucky after it manages to escape the jaws of a crocodile that almost snatches it and eventually zigzags itself out of the water. 10. Crocodile hunting crocodile. Crocodiles and alligators eat their own species, and you have a perfect example of this in our thumbnail. Of course, it is a mismatch, because the attacking crocodilian is a monster, and the victim is a much smaller reptile. A monstrous alligator has killed a smaller one in a swamp, and breaks the carcass into smaller pieces so it's easier to eat. Alligators do not masticate their kills. They rip them into smaller pieces so they can swallow the smaller bits and pieces whole. This poor baby alligator is chased by an older one, and it doesn't take the bigger reptile long before it grabs the youngster, pulls a series of 360 spinorama death rolls all the way into the water. Surprisingly enough, onlookers reported that the smaller alligator survived and was later seen hanging out in the area. Wildlife enthusiasts witnessed a thrilling encounter between two crocodiles in Kruger National Park. This contest was unevenly matched, to say the least, when a monstrous crocodile took on a much smaller one. At first, onlookers thought the crocodiles were playing or teasing each other, but when the bigger one attacked and killed the smaller crocodile, they knew it was for real. A much larger alligator sticks his head out of the water with the smaller alligator in his mouth, only to swing the carcass into the air to break down, so it's easier to consume. These two are involved in a violent scuffle, and one of the reptiles is getting a beating. You would think the one that was flipped over on its back is seeing stars by now, but both animals get back into the water without a problem. I guess this is the sort of activity crocodiles do for fun or to pass the time whenever they're bored. 9. Crocodile hunting dog. These dogs went to the wrong waterhole to have fun, and how they ended up on this slippery slope with someone filming them seems almost as if they were put there to feed the hungry alligator in the water. I mean, how does someone have a camera handy to film such an incident if he's not already prepared and knows it's going to happen? This is a nefarious act if you ask me. A dog standing on a dock spots something in the water and gets closer to see what it is, but it's a costly mistake. When an alligator springs out of the water to grab the canine. Luckily for the dog, he manages to get away and swim to the other side of the dock, as his owners realize what is going on and run to get him out of the water, but we don't see that part because the video ends, so I can't say for sure if the dog survived. This dog is walking along a riverbank with a friend, unaware that he will soon become this crocodile's next meal after he grabs him. The poor dog is defenseless and becomes crocodile chow in seconds. 8. Crocodile attacks lion. A lion decides to enter a waterhole in the middle of the night, when it is pitch dark, and that's when the feline is almost killed by a hungry crocodile. Only, he's strong and skilled enough to get out of the water alive after fending off the crocodile. When these two male lions explore this massive hippo carcass, they are looking for something palpable to eat, but crocodiles are nearby and alert the lions. The crocodiles startle one of the lions, but not enough to frighten them away. One of the lions even ventures deeper into the water to examine the hippo, but you can tell it's cautious and keeps an eye out for crocodiles. Suddenly, a crocodile leaps out of the water but misses the lion, who doesn't need another warning to get out of the water. A lion crossing a river is flanked by a hungry crocodile in this video, and after a short scuffle in the water, the feline escapes and runs out of the water without a scratch. A small crocodile defies two young lions near a waterhole, but the lions back off when the crocodile shows the felines it is ready to rumble. When two lions attempt to cross a body of water, one of them is attacked and pulled underwater by the ferocious reptile, but the other lion saves his friend from certain death, except he's the one that gets stuck fighting the crocodile, and it doesn't end well. The lion that was first attacked can be seen swimming the other way back to safety, but the heroic lion cannot be seen anymore, probably because it drowned or was killed by the crocodile. 7. Crocodile attacks buffalo. In this terrifying video, a saltwater crocodile attacks a water buffalo and a wallaby. Crocodiles leap beneath the surface of the water, waiting for potential prey to come to a halt and drink. If they can get their jaws on it, they'll eat anything. A buffalo is attacked by a crocodile. The other buffaloes flee the water, and the two beasts begin a tug of war. The other buffaloes stand by and watch one of their own being attacked because they don't want to be the next buffalo to be attacked. They could scare the crocodile away if they all jumped into the water and stomped on it, but I guess they lacked the confidence to do so. The crocodile appears to be drowning the buffalo, but the buffalo stands up and attempts to flee. A friendly rhino is also keeping an eye on the action. The crocodile appears to have abandoned the buffalo, which remains in the water probably due to broken legs. As he pops his head out of the water, this crocodile says hello to his buffalo buddies. The buffaloes scatter because they don't have time to listen to his nonsense, especially if he is just there to eat them. A crocodile is seen shooting out of the water as it tries to snatch one of the drinking buffaloes, but it misses by very little. The buffaloes were surprisingly fast enough to avoid becoming lunch. 6. Crocodile attacks cheetah. This cheetah jumps out of the water to try to escape a crocodile, but the crocodile hangs onto the cheetah's tail. Because of the muck in its body, it's difficult to tell if it's a cheetah, a leopard, or a jaguar. But I believe it's a cheetah based on its facial anatomy. Cheetahs are fast and agile animals. When the crocodile strikes, this cheetah leaps into the air. The cheetah is so high in the air that the reptile cannot touch it, and when it tries reaching solid ground, it dashes away at breakneck speed. This isn't something that happens very often, but it did this time. Cheetahs must be cautious when approaching a body of water, because despite their speed and agility, they are light in comparison to other large cats, making escaping impossible once a crocodile has a hold on them, as shown in this video. A crocodile leaps out of the water and grabs the cheetah. The cheetah does everything in its power to avoid the crocodile, but it is too late. I'm more upset when a cat is killed for no apparent reason than when a crocodile is. Is it just me, or do you all feel the same way? 5. Crocodile attack on cat. A cat was thrown to a bunch of hungry crocodiles, and you can see it swimming and getting out of the water. Just when it tries to climb a wall to escape, one of the crocodiles lunges out of the water to snatch it. It was a close call, but the cat perished. A cat is flanked by an alligator in the water and crushes it immediately. You can see the feline in the alligator's mouth at the end of the video, and it is clearly dead. An alligator captures a roaming cat in Texas and gives it the full treatment before eating it. And I'm not talking about a day at the spa. 4. Crocodile attack on deer. A small deer quenching its thirst at a small waterhole uses its biggest weapon, its quickness, when a crocodile rushes out of the water to grab it, and it gets to live another day. The next deer is not as lucky or as quick as the one in the previous video, and is easily grabbed and pulled into the water by a hungry crocodile that, well, you know the rest. A deer tries to make a run, well, a swim for it, when it decides to escape the wrath of a crocodile and swim across a waterhole. The crocodile can be seen in hot pursuit, and to make things even more exciting, a hippo can be seen swimming towards the two protagonists on their flank. The deer is eventually submerged by the crocodile. 3. Crocodile attacks elephant. An audacious small crocodile rips out of the water to attack a massive elephant, as the elephant slowly moves away and is in no danger. I don't know what the crocodile was thinking, but I guess he was just warning the elephant to stay away. Adult elephants do nothing when a crocodile attacks a young calf among a family of elephants. The crocodile had no choice but to ruin this calf's joyous occasion. My only question is whether the crocodile is aware of the size of the enormous elephant it's about to attack, and the damage they can do if they step on it. Elephants don't usually fear crossing bodies of water, as you can see in these clips, but sometimes they get in trouble when crocodiles manage to grab their trunks and they must struggle to free themselves, which they almost always manage to do, but not in this video. The young calf was not strong enough to escape this crocodile's attack, and for some unknown reason, the larger elephant did not help him, so he paid with his life. When a mother elephant decides to take a drink from a river, she is unaware that there is danger lurking right below the surface. A huge 10-foot crocodile decides to latch its jaws onto the unsuspecting elephant's trunk. The young elephants watch helplessly as the crocodile attacks and the mother fights back. This event calls to mind a short story by the author of The Jungle Book, Rudyard Kipling, titled The Elephant's Child: How the Elephant Got His Trunk. In this story, a young elephant gets tricked by a crocodile into going too close to the water. The crocodile bites the elephant's trunk, and what was once a small trunk gets stretched to its modern-day length. 2. Crocodile hunting crab. A little seafood occasionally never killed anyone, and this crocodile knows this, so he decides to enjoy some crab for lunch. The crocodile crushes this crab, pincers and all, as a snack. It looks like crocodiles are also fed crabs at the zoo. and this crocodile is proud to show the cameraman what he is eating as he crushes a crab into oblivion. A crab can be seen walking towards certain death when he walks into the water, where a crocodile waits for it. However, when the crab enters the water, it disappears, and for a moment, the crocodile doesn't even seem to know where he is until we see the reptile grab it. 1. Crocodile hunts snake. In this video, a massive crocodile is slicing up a python, indicating it is having snake on the grill for dinner. Based on the size of the crocodile, I don't think the python stood a chance. Which animal would win in a fight? An alligator or a python? It all boils down to which one of the two is bigger. Because a massive alligator's bite can generate approximately 2,000 pounds of force, a well-directed bite on the python's head will almost kill it instantly. But if the python is larger than the alligator, things can go the snake's way. A rattlesnake finds itself at the wrong beach among numerous alligators, and one of the reptiles greets the snake with a crushing and deadly blow, as it rips it apart in seconds and shares it unwillingly with its friends. Crocodile attacks hyena. A massive crocodile snatched one of the clan members from the bank of the bridge. It struggled to break free, but only lasted a few minutes before being dragged into the reeds and devoured. A naive hyena tries to steal a crocodile's carcass and nearly dies in the process. When it saw the monstrous reptile chasing the carcass, it was quick enough to flee. It's safe to say that crocodiles and alligators are not to be messed with. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. Thanks for watching and see you next time.